Hello students, today we are going to discussing on the chapter electrochemistry. All of you studied about the different types of energies. Different form of energies are there in the nature. Sound energy, light energy, mechanical energy, potential energy, kinetic energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, and many more energy forms are there. In thermodynamics, you have studied about the heat energy, that is enthalpy or heat of reaction or enthalpy of reaction, and about the entropy. Enthalpy and entropy are also different forms of energies. Then today we are going to discussing on the electrochemistry. Electrochemistry is a branch of chemistry. It is one of the branch of chemistry in which study of interconversions of chemical energy as well as electrical energy. Electrochemistry, the name itself indicates that electro means electrical energy and chemistry, that is chemical energy. That means it is a branch of chemistry in which interconversion of electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy. See here, the conversion of electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy, it takes place in the different types of cells, that is electrochemical cells. Electrochemical cells. And the function of that electrochemical cells is based on the conversion of electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy. Then the branch of chemistry, that is electrochemistry, which is deals with the interconversion of electrical energy and chemical energy, as well as it deals with the designing of this type of electrochemical cells as well as operations of these type of electrochemical cells. That means study of construction and working of electrochemical cells also takes place in the electrochemistry. In ionic equilibria, all of you studied about that electrolytes and electrolysis. Then see here, electrolysis. What is the meaning of electrolysis? Electrical energy. Lysis means breakdown. Breakdown means it is consumed. Electrical energy is consumed. It is used and it converted it into chemical energy. That means here electrical energy is used to carry out few chemical reactions, which is these chemical reactions can be takes place by passage of electricity through the aqueous solution of some substance or fused solution of the chemical substance. That process is called as electrolysis. All of you studied about the different concepts which is based on the electrolysis process. Then see here, electroplating. All of you are aware of that? Electroplating. Electroplating means it is a silver or gold plating process. Gold plating process, that is giving coatation or covering of silver or gold on another metal which is highly reactive than the silver and gold. That means coating of gold and silver takes place on the copper watch belt or any other copper or zinc material. That process is called as electroplating, and that electroplating also takes place by electrolysis process. Then one more electrolysis process which is related with the electro refining. Refining means purification. It is a electro refining means it is a metal purification takes place by electrolysis process. All of you aware of that metallurgy? In metallurgy, electro refining, that is electrometallurgy process in which metal refining or metal extraction takes place from ore by electrolysis process. Then in previous standard, in 11th standard, you have studied the preparation of NaOH or many more chemical compounds by the electrolysis. That means, for example, preparation of NaOH by electrolysis of aqueous NaCl or fused NaCl. Manufacturing of soap is also takes place by electrolysis process. That means there are different processes or concepts which is related with the electrolysis process. See here, in electrochemistry, we have to study about the few basic concepts which is related with the basic concepts related with the electrochemistry. Then see here, the first of all, electricity, that is electric current. What is electric current? All of you studied in the physics. That is electric current is nothing but that is electricity or current electricity. Current, which is nothing but it is a flow of electron, and this electron flow takes place through the conductors. All of you aware of that? Conductors, and these conductors are also known as electronic conductors. Electronic conductors. There are two types of electronic conductors are there, that is metallic conductors, and second one that is electrolytes, or that is also known as ionic conductors. Electrolytes or ionic conductors. Then see here, metallic conductors, these are nothing but these are metals in which electron flow takes place from one terminal end to another terminal end without movement of matter. That means atoms of that metal does not move from one place to another place, one terminal end to another terminal end. Only mobile electrons, that is valence electrons, that is free electrons, which is present in the conduction band. All of you studied about the band theory in solid state, and according to band theory, the free electrons, mobile electrons, which is present in the conduction band, these can conduct the electricity through the metals or any substance. That means here metals are a good conductor of electricity because free mobile electrons are present in their conduction band, and electrons flow takes place from one terminal end of the metal to another terminal end of the metal without movement of matter. That means here electron flows takes place but matter does not move, and that is called as metallic conductors. Or then second one, that is electrolytes, or it is also known as ionic conductors. That means here electrolytes, these are the aqueous solution of different substances or different salts which are electrolytes, or fused solution, fused solution of different salts which are good electrolytes, which act as a good electrolytes. That means, see, for example, aqueous NaCl is a good conductor of electricity, as well as fused molten NaCl is also good conductor of electricity, which is known as electrolytes. All of you studied about that ionic conductors of electrolytes, in which electron can flow, that means charge can transfer from one place to another place. Charge can transfer because of movement of the ions present in the solution. That means the ions which are present in the solution, because of that, these ions are responsible to flow the electrons through the electrolytic solution, or that is ionic conductors. That is about the electronic conductors. Then we will discussing few more basic concepts related with the electrochemistry. All of you studied about the electrolytes in ionic equilibrium. There are different types of electrolytes. That is, electrolytes are of two types. That is, strong electrolytes, and that is weak electrolytes. Then, what is strong electrolyte? These are the aqueous solution of the substance, or these are the fused solution of the substance which dissociate completely. It is a substance. What is strong electrolyte? It is a substance which dissociates completely in aqueous medium or in fused state. It dissociates completely and gives more and more ions, dissociated ions, and therefore they have high conductivity. That means more and more electricity can pass through this solution. Then weak electrolytes, these are the substance which dissociates feebly or in less amount, and which gives less ions, less dissociated ions in aqueous solution or fused solution of that substance, and which having low conductivity. Then see here, strong electrolytes. Examples of strong electrolytes, that's Cl, NaOH, NaCl are the few examples of strong electrolytes, whereas HCOH, that is formic acid, acetic acid, NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide, ammonia are the few examples of weak electrolytes. Then few more concepts which is related with the electrochemistry we will discussing on that. That is electrical conductance or conductivity. I have already mentioned here, that is strong electrolytes which having high conductivity, and weak electrolytes which having low conductivity. Then that electrical conductance or conductivity which is related with that different substance. That means different substance have different conductivities, and that conductivity or conductance can be determined or can be calculated by using Ohm's law. All of you aware of that in physics, Ohm's law, which is related with the resistance of the substance, which is denoted by capital R. That potential difference, which is denoted by V. Electric current, that is I, denoted by I, and electric charge, which is denoted by Q. Then see here the resistance, the SI unit of resistance, that is Ohm. Potential difference, which is measured in volt. Electric current, the SI unit of electric current, that is ampere, and the SI unit of electric charge, that is coulomb. Then what is Ohm's law? And the mathematical expression of Ohm's law is R is equals to V upon I. That according to that is Ohm's law, it can be represented by R is equals to V upon I. One more concept which is related with that Ohm's law, that is conductance or conductivity. In physics, all of you studied that if any substance which having the greater resistance, that having low conductance, that means electric conductance, that is G, which is related with the resistance of that substance. And see here, all of you aware of that the substance which having high resistance, that have low electric conductance, and the substance which having low resistance, that have high electric conductance. That means G, that is electric conductance, is the reciprocal of resistance, that is G is equals to 1 upon R. Therefore, the SI unit of conductance or electric conductance is per ohm. The resistance is nothing but it is a ratio of potential difference and electric current. Therefore, the unit of potential difference is volt and the unit of current is ampere. Therefore, 1 ohm is equals to volt per ampere. That means the unit of resistance is ohm. It is also volt per ampere. Therefore, the electric conductance is the reciprocal of resistance. Therefore, SI unit of conductance is ampere per volt is the SI unit of electric conductance. Or all of you studied about that resistance R is equals to V upon I, and therefore G is equals to, that is conductance, is equals to I upon V. But I means electric current, which is nothing but it is a charge per second. Therefore, Q upon, that is electric charge, upon time, that is in second, into potential difference, that is volt. Therefore, we can write the SI unit of conductance is, that is SI unit of conductance can be written using in the form of Coulomb, that is It is a coulomb per second per volt. The SI unit of electrical conductance is also, that means it is measured in Siemens. For that, small s is used. See here, that is about the electrical conductance. But conductivity, that is conductivity of the substance, which is related with the conductance, or it is also related with the resistance. Then see here, the resistance, that is which is directly proportional to the length and inversely proportional to area. All of you aware of that? Resistance of the substance is directly proportional to length of that conductor and area, cross-sectional area of that metallic conductor. Therefore, R is equals to rho into L upon A. Here, the new constant which is used here is known as resistivity of the substance. That means rho is a resistivity of that substance. Therefore, we can write the formula for rho is equals to R into A upon L. And here, see here, resistivity is measured, that is SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. That means ohm meter. Like that. That means here electrical conductance, which is depends upon resistance, which are the reciprocal of each other, as well as here resistivity is one of the property of substance which resist for current flow. And here electrical conductivity which is related with that resistivity. See here, electrical conductance, that is G, which is directly proportional to area and cross-sectional area of that conductor and length of that conductor. Therefore, here G is equals to K into A upon L. That means here one more constant which is used, that is K, which is also known as electrical conductivity. That means here G is equals to K when, that is electrical conductance is the electrical conductivity of that substance of 1 meter length and 1 square meter cross-sectional area of that metallic conductor. That means here electrical conductance is related with the electrical conductivity. Similarly, we can write the formula which is related with electrical conductance and electrical conductivity. See here, G is equals to K into A upon L. Therefore, K is equals to, that is electrical conductivity, is equals to G into L upon A. But we know that G means it is 1 upon R. Therefore, K is equals to 1 upon R into L upon A. Then here, but we aware of that the relation between rho and R. That means here, see here, What is R? R is nothing but rho into L upon A. See here, R is equals to rho into L upon A. Putting the value of R, that is rho into L upon A at this place. Therefore, K is equals to 1 upon rho into L upon A into L upon A. Therefore, simplifying this equation, it gives 1 upon rho. See here, that means electrical conductivity is the reciprocal of electrical resistivity of that substance. That means here the unit of that K, conductivity, electrical conductivity, that is the reciprocal of, that is rho, that is per ohm. That means here SI unit of resistivity is per ohm per meter. That means per ohm per meter is the SI unit of resistivity. Then one more concept which is related with the conductivity, that is molar conductivity. And molar conductivity, we cannot compare the only conductivity of the substances, of different substances. Therefore, we required one more new concept, that is we can compare the conductivity of the substance, that is molar conductivity. Therefore, we have to know about the molar conductivity for the comparison between conductivities of different substances. Then in next lecture, we will discussing on molar conductivity and how to calculate the molar conductivity and comparison of the molar conductivities of different substances. Thank you.